And I've even wrote here, like, even us guys on self-improvement cope. I want to tell you a story, you know. There's something that you need to know as a guy on self-improvement. This is not for 99% of the world, but this is specifically for you. If you've been watching my videos, if you've benefited from this, we specifically need to explain something to you, like the nature, the concept of still improving your life. Everything is relative to where you currently are. What I mean by this is, let me just tell you the story actually. So my girl's over on Sunday, just a few days ago, and I'm doing this new like protocol. I'll explain it soon, but it's like optimum for health and everything. I don't eat past 12 o'clock. So I literally finished like dinner, like my last meal at midday, like before 1 p.m. And I have 10 hours of fasting after that. So it's like really good for sleep and everything. And it gets to like that time and I'm down by 1,000 calories. I wasn't able to get it in, and we start coping and everything with me and my girl. We're absolutely starving. We have a few berries like after that time, so I'm kind of like slightly cheating on the diet. And literally the way we were eating the berries, we were literally like not even present. I even laughed at her because she was like this. And I was like, you did not taste a single one of those. You weren't present at all. She was just like this and mindlessly eating them because we were both starving, right? It's 1 p.m. We've finished our calorie, like our meals for the day. We can't eat again, but we've got 1,000 calories still left. So we're literally so fucking hungry. And we've got the 1,000 calories left just because we didn't get to like eat everything in time. I had to go to the gym and everything, right? And then we start thinking like, wait, should we just take the L for today and just order like Nando's and get chicken and you get like a salad and some halloumi and, you know, have a chicken salad and everything. And the clock starts ticking more and more, and the decision's really weighing up, thinking, wait, like we could just take the L and kind of cheat on the diet that we set today. And we've got a reason to, because we've got calories. The point was not to eat past 12 o'clock. So that's the like, you know, the discipline thing that I'd be breaking. But we're so fucking hungry. We've also got calories. Should we just do it? And it's just decisions just weighing on me. It gets to like 5 p.m. and I'm thinking, man, like I wanted to stop eating 5 hours ago. If we order it now, I would be kind of disappointed in myself. And I end up, and you know, we start coping, and this is how you will cope, by the way, saying, oh, but you know, it's only a chicken salad, and we've got calories. Like, you know, imagine, like, this is our cheat day, having a chicken salad, right? And I said, you know what, I realized, it's all relative. Me having this chicken salad 5 hours later, like, you know, past my eating window, is the same thing as a Jeffrey fat motherfucker eating his Doritos and going on like a night out and drinking alcohol. It's the same thing. If you have this one weekly thing where you say to yourself, yeah, you know, I'll have a cheat day once a week and everything, you're no different to the version of you that was having the cheat day once a week by getting out, steaming drunk, or having like the full-on disgusting meal. It's all relative. If you want to make progress, you have to be the kind of person who doesn't have that like that off time, who thinks that it's not like, because you made progress when you stopped doing that thing that you know you were doing wrong, right? That, you know, that moment on your diet, for example, when you'd cope and say, oh, you know, just today, you know, I've had a pretty good week and everything. You'll only make progress when you overcome that, no matter what level you're on. Does this make sense? Sacrifice and effort and discipline must be progressively overloaded. At first, you have to stop being, like, for some guys, you have to stop being a piece of shit going out drinking alcohol and taking drugs once a week. That was still messing you up for the entire week, and you make progress when you stop that. But then eventually, it gets to the point where you literally have to not even have the chicken salad because it's too late past your eating window, and it's all relative. Does this make sense? It was the same. I sat there and thought to myself, fuck, the way for me to make progress is the same kind of concept that I needed to make progress all those years ago, where I needed to like not have that night cheat meal. And it's the same thing, even though it seems so absurd that what I'm saying is like my cheat meal was a chicken salad that was like too late in my eating window. It's the same thing. If you want to make progress, it needs to be progressively overloaded to where you are right now, not what is like normal for other people. So if you think to yourself like, oh no, you know, I used to play so many video games, now that I only play 1 hour a day, it's fine. No, because for you to make more progress, you have to even get rid of that 1 hour now. It's always this constant progress to getting rid of the bad stuff and increasing the good stuff, always. And if you're not currently doing that, if you're saying to yourself that it's fine if I have the 1 hour of video games a day or even 1 hour a week, it's fine if I have the cheat meal, if you say these things to yourself, you're still coping in the exact same way that you used to when you were a Jeffrey. Now, more cope will come out of most people. A lot of people watching this will start to say the exact same cope they would if they were fat, right? Oh no, but this is too much, and this is too much of a sacrifice, and I don't even want to. Like, you sound like a fat person. It's the exact same thing. Do you see my point here? It's the exact same thing. The way that you cope right now, that you're saying like, oh, but it's not so bad if I just play 1 hour at the end of the day, is the same way you used to cope by saying, oh, but it's not so bad if I just play 6 hours a day. It's the same kind of cope. For you to make progress, you have to destroy this cope. Stop this ego mentality of thinking, oh, but I've made so much progress and I'm so much better than everyone else, so I can kind of relax here. No, if you want to make more progress, stop coping no matter what level you're on. If you don't want to make more progress, get the fuck off my channel. Seriously, go and watch Rick and Morty. Like one guy who's watched this part of the video will actually shame himself and his bloodline and click off thinking, yep, I actually don't want to make more progress, I'm content with life. But all of my boys are here. Every fucking young man who's disciplined, who wants something bigger, who wants to retire his family, who wants to feel physically and mentally strong, he's going to keep watching thinking, you know what? Hamza's is right. Progressive sacrifice must be progressively overloaded, no matter what level you're on. And so if your diet seems pretty good right now, but there's improvements you could make and you've been coping from them, know that the only way you'll make progress is not by saying, oh, but you know, my diet's so good compared to what it was like. No. You need to keep making progress. You can't stop here. Just remember me with that chicken salad debate. That was like my night of drinking. 4 years ago, it was genuinely me drinking like a liter of vodka, taking honestly like half a gram of MDMA, like taking a lot of fucking drugs. That was like my night, like, my night off thinking, oh yeah, whatever. My night off now is a chicken salad, but it's the same thing. If you want to make progress, you can't have the evening chicken salad that's past your eating window. Even though it sounds so silly to say that, because the chicken salad is still healthy, it's not the point. If my goal was, like, what I wanted to make progress on was to finish eating early, then I need to stick to that. Discipline would be me not having that cheat meal. No matter how much all the fatties around the world would think that it was crazy and think that, well, a chicken salad's not healthy. It's not the point. I had a goal. I had standards up here. This is what you need to bring into your mind. You need to continuously keep sacrificing more of like the normal unhealthy world. And I know that it can seem a little bit sad to do that because we do find pleasure in those things. If you can just blindly put your trust in me, once you cross this chasm, like, you go through this tunnel, the light at the end of this tunnel of self-improvement is so much brighter. I'm certainly not at the golden, like, the end point or anything like that. But what I'm just saying is, it can seem sad to give up your vices from your normal life, but your life genuinely becomes so much better to the point that you'll never go back. I couldn't imagine a normal life anymore, even though I was so saddened by giving up a lot of those things. Because the life I live now, to a lot of people, can seem kind of sad. I just wake up and I work and improve myself all day. I love it. This is the happiest, healthiest I've ever been. I got a compliment from one guy he was inside of Adonis School. Oh, quick plug. No, it's not even a plug. He was inside of Adonis School. We went for a hike. And he's become like a friend of mine now. And I speak to him quite often. His name's Stuart. He's got like a little small YouTube channel he's growing as well. And he gave me a really good compliment, which usually when someone compliments me, like, no offense to you, but when someone says, like, oh, Hamza, you changed my life and everything, honestly, it does nothing to me anymore. So mostly like compliments just don't feel, because I get so many. I don't mean to sound like a dickhead, but once you get so many, imagine the girl who gets called beautiful all of her life. Soon when the next guy calls her beautiful and she's heard it 10,000 times, it's like, yeah. Do you know what I mean? So I know that I've changed people's lives. I know, yeah. So most compliments don't really do anything for me, but he gave me a really good one. He ended up like kind of micro telling the story of meeting me for the hike, and we go for a hike, and he said like, oh yeah, and I was just looking at Hamza and looking at his skin and his beard and stuff, and just thinking like, this looks like a healthy guy. I can tell that he's been doing the right things. That warmed my heart, honestly. That was like one of the best compliments I've got in the last while. That this guy just like, he's become a friend of mine. By the time we just met for the first time, we go for a hike with a bunch of other people. And he literally said, like, I looked like I was healthy. because that's what the stuff that I've been working on recently. And you can go look at this, bro. If you do want to, like, if you scroll all the way down my YouTube channel, maybe near the start, you can see the difference of how my face looks now compared to like what it used to a few years ago. And you know what? You can even do this with just maybe about 7-8 months ago. So right now I'm recording this just in case anyone's watching in the future, halfway through 2023 in June 2023. If you go and look at what I used to look like in December 2022 when I was in Dubai and I was kind of like sickly there, you can see the difference. Not only was my hair and my beard clapped, but like I looked kind of like sickly. Now I feel like this is the healthiest I've been. I've sacrificed a little bit of like a certain social life for this, but I'm healthier and happier, more productive, more successful. I make a fuck ton more money this way because my brain's actually better. What have I really lost? I've lost drinking with my friends. Yeah, it's kind of fun, but I'm just gonna, you know, like, oh, I'm so sad that my friends are drinking and smoking cigars and I'm not there. I'll wipe that, you know, my tears away with the fact that I'm making right now over 3 million a year. Oh yeah, you guys have a fun night, guys. Oh, I can't eat the cake, guys. You know, just get me my 300k per month. Oh. Now, I'm not even a materialistic person. I'll wear a bathrobe. I still have the exact same watch, and I don't even put this on for videos. I genuinely don't take this watch off. But I mean, making a fuck ton of money is kind of nice, right? And I'm telling you right now, a big part, if you can believe me, bro, a big part of the reason of my recent success of like really monetizing my channel well and making a fuck ton of money, I promise you, is actually my diet. When you have the right diet, it makes your brain so much better that suddenly, it's like, I can't even explain it to you because you'd need to feel it unless you've had that moment before. It's kind of like, you know, when you wake up, your brain's probably the best, like, you know, you're fasted at that moment. It's kind of like that, but 24/7. And now my morning fasted level is on the next level after this. I'm thinking through like some great decisions. The way that I'm speaking seems to be even better. I'm just happier, healthier, everything. All because I improved my diet away from like what normal people do. And one final point, healthy food is still problematic. This is where it gets a bit annoying. I'll be done with my like stupid ass like rant. Sorry, I've just wasted so much time, but I wanted to bring these arguments of like, you know, just how what I see the modern world's problem is. Healthy food is still problematic because you can go and get healthy food, vegetables and meat, right? Vegetables have got pesticides on them. Meat's got hormones stuffed inside of it. They're both wrapped in plastics. So even if you go and eat the right things, it's still a bit of a maze because there's still... It's hard to win this game because even if you choose the right foods, there's still problems with it. And you might be thinking at this point, because there's a comment that I get quite often and it's like, oh, but this is just too much work. I'd rather just live like a normal life and I'd rather just enjoy myself. This is too much work. I'd rather just go on, for example, if it fits your macros and just get my protein in. What I'd say to that is, remember, you're doing this for testosterone. You're doing this for your health. You're doing this for your brain to make more money and you'll feel better. It feels like a lot of work to take in what I'm saying because I'm literally saying, okay, don't live like a normal person anymore. You kind of have stopped doing that anyway. This is why you can't even relate to your old friends anymore. And this is why, like, you've noticed that since you followed my advice, your life's getting better, but you are getting like weirder. You're able to relate to your parents and your friends less and everything. This is the experience of so many guys who follow my advice, which, you know, I wish it didn't happen. I wish you ultimately became so much more popular if you followed my advice, but it's kind of like, you've got to choose one. You can be the popular guy who's usually destroying his health, or you can be the guy who ends up getting onto self-improvement and really improving his health, but then normal people don't really find you normal anymore because you're not. And then obviously the cure to this is to become popular amongst the self-improvement guys, like what you've seen with me. If you imagine, like, in a weird way, my business here has made me like a super popular guy amongst the people that I can actually relate to. So imagine what I've done here. In a weird way, I have cured the problem of self-improvement loneliness by becoming like the face of self-improvement on YouTube, or, you know, like a face of self-improvement. This is a comment, a quick plug as well, by the way. If you're feeling really lonely on self-improvement and you want to be an entrepreneur, but none of your friends understand, all your friends are going to go to like normal shitty jobs, your parents want you to get into university, but you want to be an entrepreneur and you want to meet friends like that and also get closer to me, Adonis School is where we offer literally all of that. I apologize for doing like little quick plugs like that, but when it's relevant, because of the fact that I am like a proud entrepreneur, I do want to mention my service. Like, the only thing I sell is Adonis School when it's relevant, and I do genuinely really think it's honestly, it's the best thing that I've made, even better than these YouTube videos, because the amount of like progress and results that the guys, because it's like a private community, and so guys come in and they've just not, they've had to live this life where, for example, they can't even eat normal food anymore. They're like staying away from plastics. It's like, who are they going to relate to in their normal lives? And yet they come into this community of Adonis School and they start writing posts and everyone's like congratulating them. A guy just posted a picture where he's gotten rid of most of his clothes and his parents were angry at him, but they were all polyester and everything. And this is the one place on the entire internet where everyone was supporting him, saying, oh, that's amazing, you got rid of it, like, where are you going to buy your new clothes from? It's just nice to have a community of people who actually share the same values. If you're interested in that, it's Adonis School, go click on that link right now.